Damn fool Krug. I knew they was none too bright, but today I seen everything. They torched this here bridge, and then set to driving a wagon caravan across while it was still a-burning. Now the only way to Stonebridge is that-a-ways, and that means going through the old crypts to the road beyond. You ain't gonna catch me going that way.
Basically every character in this game is voice acted. So now that we know we can't take the path, we have to go the long way, aka the only way. We did read a book about the Crypt of the Sacred Blood, and the sign says that's what's in that direction. So I guess you'll be able to guess where we're going. And you can actually see, like, the caravan they tried to draw across it. Unlike Superman 64, this game isn't garbage and doesn't run better at abysmally small screen resolution. True. I find that this game actually runs better on larger resolutions despite the game not being made for them. Which is odd, to say the least. I forget what I was going to say, because I was going to say something, and then it just kind of slipped my mind, because I started... Oh, fall damage. Somebody asked about fall damage. There's no falling. You actually can't walk off of cliffs or anything. If you see, like, a cliff, you can't fall off it. And therefore, there cannot be fall damage. Because it's like Diablo. This game came out a little bit after Diablo and was basically trying to ride its coattails. I hated the first Diablo game, and I loved this, so I guess you can kind of tell where that went. I don't think I'm going to pick up that mana potion, because I'm not a mage anyways, and there's no point. I have plenty. Ooh! My HP! Okay, I guess the Grey Wolves are more dangerous than the Krug Dogs. Yeah, they almost got me. So, one thing that'll happen, if every member of your party goes unconscious, all members instantly die. So if I would have gone unconscious there, the run would be over. This is a health shrine. It heals you while you're standing on it. They're not that useful because they're abysmal. Ooh! Right, that's why it's here. Alpha Wolf, an elite. Thankfully, less health than the bear, so it will not be hard to kill. And the health shrine helps a lot for that fight, because... Okay, can you hit it? The wolves almost got me again. Can you please... add another extinct species to the list? No, there's plenty of wolves. Don't worry about that. One thing else, you're going to notice this thing down here. This isn't really important until we have multiple party members, but basically, you can tell what your party is supposed to do. And one cool thing is, your characters are automatically set to defend, which means that if they start getting attacked, they won't just sit there like idiots and not fight back. They'll actively try to attack the things that are attacking them. You can also tell them to just wait, and this is where the disband button is. So, yeah, we're probably going to need to make use of that at some point. So I'm pointing it out now. I believe there's, like, some stuff over here, if I remember right. There's a couple hidden things in this area, but they're kind of off the beaten path, and there's no real way to know that they're there without having just, like, combed through this area completely. So I'm not going to spend too much time looking for them. Like, I'll trutz off the path occasionally regardless, because that's just how I play games. But I won't actively go to look for secrets that might not even exist. Because, again, there's no complete walkthrough of this game, so I'm about to make one. And, like I said, enemy corpses never despawn, and enemies will never respawn. So if you walk back through the game, you'll find every enemy corpse still loaded in, all the items you left behind, etc., etc. It is surprisingly, like, how did they get this to run in 2001 style game design? And we don't really know because the company went bankrupt. It's now owned by 2K, I believe. And they did make a Dungeon Siege 3, and it was unsurprisingly garbage. Like, Dungeon Siege 3 completely killed the spirit of the series, because you could only have one party member in a game that's famous for letting you have 8 party members. Even Dungeon Siege 2 cuts that in half to 4, but at least the party members in that game have a much more, like, diverse thing. Dragfray, it looks like Diablo because it was trying to look like Diablo. Personally, I think this game is better than the first Diablo. Maybe not Diablo 2. I think I'd give Diablo 2 the edge in that. This is a pixie. If you walk near them, I believe they give you mana if you're low on mana, which is cool. I also know for a fact that there is... Yes, I knew it. There's a hidden door here. Leading to a secret underground chamber with gargoyles in it. Regular gargoyles, though. They have less health than, like, most normal enemies at this point, but they do damage. Get used to seeing gargoyles. We're going to see a lot of them. But yeah, this game is very fun. I just wish it were easier to record. And this is going to take me to another room with another statue. And jade gargoyles this time. The shooty kind. And the statue in the middle, once again, can be opened. And skeletons! These skeletons aren't too bad. If you see a skeleton without a weapon, it's gonna kick your ass. Seems odd, right? That's because skeletons without a weapon hit multiple times per attack. Mr. Bones! No, it's just a skeleton. Ow, my HP. Polar staff. Nice. I don't think there's any other secrets in this room. Game suddenly got spookier. Oh, don't worry, we're about to enter the first dungeon, and it is the Crypt of the Sacred Blood, believe it or not. Let me look at that polar staff, because it wasn't blue. Okay, something I should explain about staves. You see adds 1 mana per hit? That's not spells. That's if you hit an enemy with the melee attack of the staff, which sucks for magic users. Because it means that basically all the benefits on a staff don't mean anything for a magic user. 138, that's exactly the same as mine. Okay. And I will not discard it. Weapons do also have a hidden accuracy stat that unfortunately there's no way to see, and thus I don't know which ones have better accuracy. So I won't tell you. There's also some deer over there. They run away if you get close to them. They're not actual enemies. So yeah, mages kind of get fucked by their equipment, but yeah. I'm low on mana, so I'm to bonk them with my staff. You're supposed to be able to do that, but it's very hard to keep track of multiple mages in a party at once. So, like, good luck. And to be fair, that polar staff is garbage. I'm going to keep it on me because it's a blue item and sells for a bit. But it's just trash. It's not even going to be usable once I get my first mage, which probably won't be until the first town, I don't think. Adders aren't worth picking up because I know they're worse than the cracked leather I had at the beginning. Money, though. But yeah, basically every weapon that requires intelligence is fundamentally useless. Unless it has, like, +1 to intelligence, or increases maximum stats by etc. Aside from that, there's no point in equipping them, really. The spells are going to matter so much more. There are certain staves that are specifically good for either nature magic or combat magic. That's because they increase your nature or combat magic skill. And that's the only reason. But we're not going to get to see those for a long time. Long time. Oh, this is a different enemy. This is a shaman. They're slightly more powerful than apprentices, but they are essentially the same. Really? Excuse me. What? All those misses. Oh yeah, another thing. Your attacks automatically detect a miss if you're out of range. Which is annoying, but it makes sense. Oh, hey, wolves. more experience for me, and probably death, now that I think about it. Because these apparently do a lot of damage. He's walking away menacingly. I mean, he didn't have much of a choice. I was kicking his ass. But yeah, ooh. Okay, wolves do a little too much damage for their britches, I think. This is why I'm playing on normal and not hard, because on hard, these things would be doing twice as much damage. And I think they might have more health. Every time you level up, your HP and mana fully restores. So I just hit level 3, so I'm at full health again. Now, one major downside to the stat system. I explained that strength increases your health, intelligence increases your magic, and dexterity increases your accuracy and evasion. Yeah, those stats only increase with their respective melee type. To an extent. They do increase with anything, but their respective damage type is the one that increases them the most. And the others just kind of get shafted as a result. Which is specifically a problem for rangers, because crossbows require strength and dexterity to equip a lot of the times. And you're probably not going to have both. Like, ooh, I didn't mean to pick that up, but I'll take it. Oh yeah, this is a health fountain. It'll heal you. Who would have guessed? Oh, this room's fun. Lots of gargoyles show up. For no reason. I believe they're on the statues in, like, the side rooms, but the side rooms are out of view until you go into them. But yeah, this game's really fun, and I recommend anyone give it a try. There's a guide on Steam on how to get the expansion pass to work, and I recommend you do that if you do plan on trying the game, because a lot of the content in the Steam version is just missing for some reason. I don't know what they did, but the ending cutscene doesn't even exist. Ow. So you're gonna want that update just so you can have, like, you know, the full game. I don't know what they did with it to make it not work properly, but they did something, and now it's kind of buggy without it. Thankfully, there is a guide on the Steam forums, though, and it's very, very easy to figure out. Which is why, when I start the game, it says Legends of Arana and not just Dungeon Siege. Oh my god, all of these chests are trapped. That one's just empty. Okay, that was not worth my time. Those things don't have guaranteed drops, by the way. Those have set... they have pools based on your level, but they aren't guaranteed to drop anything. It's determined when you open it. Ah, yes, the Skeleton Captain, 68 HP. This is an elite version of the normal skeleton. And yes, he's required. He is standing in the middle of the required path. And he apparently has a lot of dexterity. Oh, no, it's because he has a shield and can block. That's why. I don't have a shield yet, so I can't explain block chance in this game. But it's good, trust me. Oh, look, a shield. I can't equip it? Excuse? Hold on. How much? Oh, that's better than my armor. Oh, I need strength 14. What was the point? That's better than mine. Still better than nothing, so once I get that high, I can actually equip it. Metal buckler is pretty decent. Hi, brick. Hidden pathways, pog. Actually, where the fuck did this just lead me? This is another dead end. There's levers, though. Ah. I think I just screwed something up because there was a lever on the other side. Oh, nope, it does the same thing. Okay. Is it possible to clear without potions? Technically, yes, because you do regenerate HP slowly over time. But I don't recommend it. Because potions will save you, as we've been finding out. Ooh, gloves. I don't have gloves yet, because the game wasn't nice and didn't drop any. Gargoyle? You gonna... Hello? Okay, the hack's inherent accuracy is apparently bad. Good to know. I don't actually think I ever went down this path before. This does not seem familiar to me. Oh, it's one of these. Okay. So this is actually a puzzle. I believe if I pick this up and then move... No. I know this is a puzzle because there's something like this later in the game. Aha. Aha! I get it. Okay. So I need to go on here. Drop a weapon. Needs to actually land on the platform, though. Oh, come on. There we go. Go to the other one. Put a weapon on it. Since potions are not heavy enough to weigh down this platform, I believe is the thing. Or something like that. Maybe you need multiple items. I am not sure. I don't... Maybe it was just for the potion. Because none of this seems to be doing anything. Maybe if I put a blue item on it? Okay, apparently the puzzle is just don't pick up these items until you get the other ones. I don't know. It's pretty early on, so I can forgive it for that. Ah, gurgles. Oh, I see a lot of weighted platforms. Oh. Oh. That's just... Okay. Healthy boots? Ow. Freaking traps, dude. Yeah, there's fireball traps in here. Healthy boots. 2 defense, 15 to health. Yep. Thank you. And we're gonna practice littering again. Alright, I think that's the end of this path. Because I didn't see any other switches. That one, I think, just does the stairs again. What's this one do? Oh, I can't pull that one. Okay. No, 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 no. Freaking traps, dude. Stop shooting me. They're not even doing that much damage. Why am I concerned? Ooh, a free spellbook. He says while unlocking all of the side enemy chambers. I think you actually need to pick that up to progress, by the way. That's not a mistake. Because the doors don't open until you do. I'm actually going to pick these up for later, because I think the first party member you get doesn't have one. Ooh, lore book. Actually reading. Huzzah. Oh, come on. Where are you going? So we get to learn some fun lore about this world that does not matter to the story at all. Ooh, that's a good bow. Ooh, this is a long one. Eaton Stonebridge was no stranger to the world of trading, having grown up poor in the streets of the imperial capital of Illyria. He'd spent much of his youth parlaying stolen eggs or broken bits of glass into a warm evening meal. During a brief stint in the 2nd Legion, he learned a bit about horse trading and had become an expert in sniffing out bad deals, but the mindless tedium of the military lifestyle didn't suit Stonebridge's notions of adventure. He abandoned his post in 596 to join a small western-bound trading company. Shortly after arriving in Ebb, Stonebridge was introduced to the Droog, and became convinced they had more to offer than the exotic weapons and jewelry other companies were failing to acquire. He briefly glimpsed the Droog using eggshell-like material as thick as a man's hand with a glorious oily sheen to it. Judging by the way they were pounding it, it had to be harder than granite. Acquiring even a few lots of the stuff of the tile floors of some wealthy patrician's villa might put a nice jingle in his pouch. It was a stroke of luck that the Droog held no value in the shells, and were actually glad to be rid of them. They were even happier to receive in exchange many of the items that had previously been offered in trade for their treasured weapons and jewelry. As time passed, the Droog became more comfortable dealing with Etan, and eventually offered him limited exchanges of Droog weaponry despite the refusal to all other parties. Etan's wealth grew quickly during these years, and by the time of the Droog retribution, he had established himself as one of Ebb's wealthiest citizens. Control? I cannot read that. That is Droog. Oh. I don't know if the word means anything in real life, but that's the name of a race that's actually in this game. So, yeah. Oh, there's a hidden button. I knew there was one around here, I just didn't know where. Ooh, skeleton. Beat him up. In Russian, that means friend. Oh, nice. That's a lot more pleasant than I was expecting. Suspicious hammer? Question mark? Yep. I figured as much. But I'll take it. Experience is experience. Come on. You can hit him. Thank you. Friendo. Welcome to the Bone Party. Grim would love this game, I think. Because many bones. Hello? There's just one skeleton sitting in the back with nothing with him. Okay. Ooh, you can sometimes tell if there's something hidden by pressing tab to go to the overhead view, because some buttons will show up as blue in that view. Don't know why. Oh, here we go. That's a lot of enemies. I'm gonna drink a potion. What's the thing charging up on your weapon, top right corner? That's my melee level. That's just how fast you're going. That's your experience gauge, pretty much. There is no such thing as durability in this game, thankfully. Because that would be a pain in the ass to manage, though it would put a reason to give you all those crappy weapons that don't have a use. In all honesty, so maybe. I don't think I want to go through the story yet. I'm pretty sure that is the main path. For some reason. Yeah, I knew it. Stupid game trying to trick me into walking into a trap. But yeah, that is just your level. Essentially your progress, and it's very good at actually like showing you that progress, so I'm glad. Because most games you'll have to actually open your menu and look to see what level you are. In this one, you don't necessarily know what level you are, but you can just hover over this and see. I am currently melee level 3.94. Yes, it keeps track to the decimal point. Why? I don't know. Doesn't need to. You can definitely see how close to a level you are. What's over here? Oh, scriptons. Okay, I was wrong. This is the main path. I'm gonna grab... Oh, never mind. My inventory is full. Oh, I should probably get rid of this is why. I don't need the spell book either. Oh, I have 777 monies. Haha. But yeah, we're getting to the point where my inventory is not doing so hot. Because, you know, one party member and no room. Still gonna break everything to try to get as much loot as I can, because loot is loot. You know? Is there anything in here? Oh, no, it's just dead end. Okay. Still, it's worth checking side paths like that, because sometimes they just have chests. And what's wrong with chests? That was a big door, and I'm pretty confident this is not... Ooh! Skeleton guard? That's just a weaker version of the skeleton captain we saw earlier. Why does it exist? Who knows? I have those items already, I'm not gonna pick them up. So yeah, I don't really have a lot to talk about at the moment, but I will let you know that we're approaching our first actual boss battle. Which is at the end of the Crypt of the Sacred Blood. Not quite the very end, but it is, like, in the middle of it. Ow. I don't care about potions right now. It's just a ton of crap that I don't want to pick up. Okay. All these things have potions in them. Give me money. I can't pick anything up right now. Silly game. Ooh. Common hammer is a new item. I'm gonna check that in a second. Page shield. I might be able to equip that one, maybe? That would be nice. A warrior without a shield is kind of crap. Page shield. Yes, I can. Sweet. Okay, now that I have a shield, I'll explain block chance. It's literally a percentage chance to block an attack. If you block an attack, you take no damage from it. You can't block magic. And even if you block an attack, it will still inflict passive effects onto you. Oh, that wasn't a new item at all. What am I talking about? Get out of here, then. This was the new item, and it's not as good as what I've got. You also get out. I can pick up this and put it into my spellbook. I'm not going to bother explaining spells until we actually have a mage. Other than spells cost mana to cast. I'll go more into detail when we have somebody who can use spells, because there's no point in talking about it right now. You can absolutely start as a mage. That's why it gives you zap and fire shot from the first enemies you kill. Those are like the basic attacks for combat magic and nature magic. Ooh, suspicious hallway that lights up while I walk down it. What could this mean? Nothing, really. Oh, except that we're at the first boss battle now. And he's shooting laser beams at me, and I can't hit this normal gargoyle. Ladies and gentlemen, the ruby gargoyle. I was wrong. It has less HP than the bear. I thought it had 100. It has 45. But, this is technically the game's first boss fight. Bear is supreme. Bear also does more damage. This guy kind of does crap damage, and now he's dead. A bear is stronger. To be fair, getting mauled by a bear is probably more painful than being shot by a little laser pointer. But he always drops the Heartstopper, which is a bow that does better damage than my current axe, but is also requires dexterity. And basically what a piercing hit means, it means that it ignores the enemy's defense. Because I know you saw that on the actual description of the item, and I want to explain what that means. There was such a magnificent creature indeed. Crusted Gladius, is that better? 138, it's not better. Okay. We'll talk to that person in a second. So this person is your reward for beating the first boss.
You are either a hero or the most spectacular fool I've ever had the good fortune to meet. Whoever you are, accept my thanks. I am the scribe Eulora. Another day forced to translate tune markers for the Krug, and I'd have gone as mad as old Prince Edvard. These thick-headed brutes barely understand fire. How can they have now mastered necromancy? This does not bode well, but I doubt we'll learn more here. I think there's an exit just to the east of here. Shall we travel together?
This is our first party member that we could accept. The view button lets you see what their stats are before you hire them. As you can see, she has high dexterity compared to her other stats, and 1 in every type of attack damage type except for combat magic. She's very clearly supposed to be a bow user, because the game just gave you a fantastic bow that she can't use, ironically enough, from the first boss. That's a guaranteed drop, and she has the best dexterity and 1 in range skill. Idiot child me always turned her into, would you guess it, a combat mage, because I was a stupid kid.
My thanks. I did not cherish the thought of finding my way alone. Let's make haste.
Now we have 2 party members. Now we can press this button that distributes our potions, so I don't have to carry all of them anymore. And we're going to give her all of the stuff that we're not using because, well, wouldn't you know it, she needs stuff. Characters in this game rarely start with items equipped. They also start with armor that she just does not have equipped for some reason. But that's fine. I think the torn leather is better, and you're going to use this bow. 3 of 14 is a very wide damage range, but we also get some new lore. Carrying with them the written testaments of a dozen generations of faithful Azanai's followers first appeared in the Agalan Peaks over 2 centuries before the founding of the Empire of Stars. Shrines to the Eternal Passion began to dot legionary routes as early as the 7th century, offering free food and lodging to weary travelers willing to hear sermons on the deeds of Azanai. Within 100 years of its introduction, over 60 villages in the Empire supported thriving communities of devout Azanite worshippers. The simple Azanite doctrine of worldly rewards for hard labor was far easier to understand than the abstract, often unrewarding worship of the distant stellar emperors. Followers had only to profess a belief in the strength of the defender and pass formally beneath his sacred shield, and they were accepted as a member of his clan. It is believed that rare offspring of devout Azanite worshippers are marked with fire in secret ceremonies. Those children have been known to receive mortal wounds only to be resurrected by simple passage beneath the sacred shield. Those words literally mean nothing in this game. They mean a lot more in the second game, which actually pays attention to its story. We're also going to give her that for when she finally has the dexterity to use it, because that bow is quite nice.